Greetings, dear listeners of the Destiny Tales channel. Today, in our familiar broadcast slot, we invite you to join us for an incredibly captivating story titled The Spinster Seed. We hope this tale brings you moments of relaxation and joy. After listening, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support Lily Carter and the entire team behind the channel. Now, let's dive into the story. When I got home from work and saw Aunt Clara's car parked in the yard, I immediately felt uneasy. Aunt Clara comes up from the countryside to visit, and each time, she stays at my house for at least 3 days. Knowing I couldn't avoid her, I walked inside and greeted her politely. "Hello, Aunt Clara. Just arrived for a visit?" She saw me and grinned. "Oh, Lily. You're back." I knew I couldn't chat with her for long, so I just nodded and hurried upstairs. But I couldn't escape her usual line. "Get married, dear. You're over 30 already." That phrase has haunted me for years. It's like a spell. Every person I meet asks, "When are you getting married?" My name is Lily Carter, and I'm 32 years old. I'm a lawyer and have helped many people win their cases. Yet, I can't seem to help myself find a boyfriend. I've won lawsuits for others but failed miserably in love. To say I've never liked anyone would be a lie. Back in college, I had a crush on a guy in my class. I was young, naive, and innocent then. I pined for him for a long time until he finally sent me a confession text. I cried tears of joy. But just 1 month into dating, I discovered I was just a backup. He already had a girlfriend before me. The day he confessed to me, he'd fought with her and turned to me out of sadness. After that first heartbreak, I closed myself off. Besides studying, I didn't think about anything else. After graduating, I buried myself in work, focusing only on earning money. Now, all my friends are married, and I'm the only one left single. I'm not unattractive, average height, balanced figure, and a pleasant face that's turned heads before. But for some reason, I've never felt a spark with anyone. The older I get, the more hesitant I am to fall in love. My job requires me to dress conservatively, with short hair and modest outfits. Once, my mom even thought I was gay and dragged me to a fortune teller to cut bad karma 5 times. Still, I haven't brought a boyfriend home. At coffee meetups, my friends bring their kids, while I sit alone. When I asked them for advice on finding a husband, they brushed me off. One said, if I could go back, I'd never get married. Another said, being single is better than being married. They complained about careless husbands, gambling husbands, or husbands addicted to video games more than their wives. Some even said, I'd rather eat dirt than get married. Hearing their reviews of married life made me even more reluctant. By 32, I'd bought my own car and had a few $100,000 in my bank account. My life was free and comfortable. I could eat what I wanted, buy what I liked without overthinking. My married friends, tied down by kids and expenses, envied my freedom. They'd say, if you get married, your carefree days are over. Living with in-laws is tough, and a bad husband will make your life miserable. They called marriage a gamble and said modern women only need a child, not a husband. Imagining married life, messy hair, crying kids, a neglectful husband, a monstrous mother-in-law, and endless housework, I decided I'd rather stay single. If I wanted a child to care for me in old age, I'd find a way. But my parents were worried. They constantly schemed to push me toward marriage. That evening, after dinner, I went to my room to scroll on my phone. I don't like going out at night, and honestly, I lack the motivation to. While lounging, my parents knocked. My mom's overly sweet voice made me suspicious. "Sweetie, open the door for Mom." I opened it. "What's up?" Mom said, "Go to the corner store and grab some snacks for me. Get dressed, and I'll give you money." I hate going out at night, so I protested, "I don't want to." It's dark, and I'm uneasy. If you want snacks, go yourself. Takeout loses its flavor. Mom glared. You can't even do a simple errand? Dad handed me $10 and said, take the money and go. You're grown, listen to us. They dragged me to the gate. I resisted, I'm not going. You two go and rekindle your romance. But they ignored me, pushed me outside, and locked the gate. I banged on it, yelling, why are you so weird? Let me in. I'm grown, and you're locking me out? Dad shouted, go. Buy whatever, but don't come back until 10 p.m. I groaned, where am I supposed to go? Mom snapped from inside, yes, we're doing this on purpose. You're grown and need a boyfriend. Stop staying cooped up, or you'll grow old with me. I begged, Mom, finding a boyfriend isn't that easy, and I don't plan to marry. Open the gate. She refused, not opening. Be back at 10, or you're sleeping outside. I called for Dad, Dad, it's dangerous for me out here at night. Don't listen to Mom's nonsense. Open the gate. Dad hesitated, maybe we should let her in. What if she gets kidnapped or bullied? Mom scoffed, kidnapped? She's been taking martial arts for 5 years. No one's bullying her. They ignored me and went inside, chatting about karaoke. I banged on the gate, but they wouldn't budge. Sighing, I muttered, where do I go now? Dressed in bear-themed pajamas, bear slippers, with just my phone and $10, I wandered the sidewalk. My parents were so desperate for me to find a boyfriend they kicked me out. As if boyfriends were sold for $10. Glancing at my phone, it was only 7:15 p.m. 2 hours and 45 minutes to kill. Grumbling about my cruel parents, I walked until my feet ached. I sat to rest, then wandered into a quiet park near my house to escape the noisy streets. The cool evening breeze felt refreshing. Closing my eyes, I thought, it's been ages since I've strolled alone at night. This isn't bad. Then, I heard voices nearby. Let me go, don't do this. Why would I? Take off your pants. Peering through the trees, I saw a man harassing a woman. She was pushing him away. Furious, I thought, how dare he assault someone? He's done for. I stormed over and shouted, let her go, you creep. They both jumped. Before they could speak, I shoved the guy aside, pulled the woman behind me, and said, don't worry, I've got this. I'll handle this pervert. I lunged at the man, punching his stomach repeatedly until he collapsed, groaning. The woman screamed, rushed to him, and cried, are you okay? Confused, I asked, wait, you know him? Isn't he attacking you? She glared, you lunatic. We're dating. Who are you to barge in like this? The guy wheezed, I told you we should have gone to a motel, but you were worried about money. Now this crazy woman shows up. Mortified, I stammered, I'm so sorry. I thought. Please forgive me. The woman snapped, next time, look before you leap. You look pretty but act unhinged. I pulled out the $10 and offered, take this as compensation. I'm really sorry. She grabbed the money, glared, and helped her boyfriend leave. I sat there, calming my nerves. Checking my phone, it was 9 p.m., still an hour to go. I trudged back to my street, arriving at 9:30 p.m. Since Mom wouldn't let me in until 10, I sat outside, scrolling on my phone. Neighbors passing by teased, Lily, out late tonight? Another said, she's in her 30s, stop calling her a kid. They gossiped, her parents must be worried, with a ticking time bomb like her. I shot back, they're not worried. And I don't want to marry. What's so great about it? They huffed, women need a man to lean on. I'm not weak, so I don't need one, I replied. Annoyed, they left, muttering. At 10, I called Mom to open the gate. She grumbled, back already? How was it? I pouted, not fun. I wandered like a stray dog, got dizzy, and hit someone by mistake. The $10 Dad gave me went to their medical bill. I'm exhausted. I stormed upstairs. My parents exchanged confused looks. I thought being kicked out was a one-time thing, but the next evening, Mom tried again. That night, we had a guest, Ethan, a friend of my younger brother, Noah. When I got home, Ethan and Noah were in the living room. Noah called, "Hey, Lily, come join us." I smiled, "Ethan. Long time no see." Ethan grinned, "You're still as stunning as ever." I chatted briefly before Mom called from the kitchen, where she was cooking. Noah asked, "Notice anything different about Ethan? He's been abroad for 3 years." I raised an eyebrow, "Oh? No wonder I haven't seen you." Ethan said, "Just got back yesterday. Planned to stay longer, but Mom's pushing me to settle down." Noah teased, "Got a girlfriend yet?" Ethan shook his head, "Not yet. Mom's trying to set me up." Noah smirked, "Wanna try an older woman? We've got a 32-year-old, Jet, right here." I glared, "Noah, stop it. I'm not amused." Ethan laughed, "Lily's single?" "Really?" Annoyed, I stood, "You two chat. I'm heading upstairs." As I left, I overheard Ethan ask Noah, "She's so pretty, why is she still single?" Noah replied, "She's picky. Mom and Dad are stressed about it." I slammed my door, took a shower, and skipped dinner. Mom knocked, "Lily, help set the table. Ethan's here." I groaned, "Let the boys do it. I'm not hungry." She yelled, "You're grown and useless. Fine, I'll go live in a temple to make you happy." Reluctantly, I went downstairs, sulking. Dinner was lively, but I stayed quiet. Ethan noticed, "Lily, you seem down. Everything okay?" I forced a smile, "Just a headache." Mom glared, "A headache? How rude." Ethan defended me, "She's really not feeling well, Aunt Clara." Mom muttered, "At her age, staying single makes you sick." Ethan, know any single guys for her? Ethan teased, "I've got a 35-year-old cousin, but he's a bit eccentric." Noah chimed in, "Eccentric? You mean crazy?" Mom said, "At this point, eccentric's fine. Introduce him." Furious, I snapped, "Stop making me a joke. My marriage is my decision. Don't interfere, or I'll cut you off." Mom looked stunned, "I was just teasing. Why so serious?" I yelled, "I'm sick of your teasing. I'm haunted by your words. Stop it." The room fell silent. Noah tugged my arm, "Calm down, sis." I turned to Ethan, "Don't come here anymore. I don't like you." Ethan stammered, "I didn't mean to upset you." Mom tried to smooth things over, but I was done. Let me decide my life. Especially you, Mom. I'm done with your nagging. Mom exploded, "Wanting you to marry is wrong? Put yourself in my shoes. Other girls your age have families. My 32-year-old daughter refuses to marry and says she never will." We argued fiercely and stopped speaking for a week. I ate out, went straight to my room after work, and avoided them. By the second week, Mom fell ill. Dad asked me to take her to the hospital, but she refused. "I don't want her there." Feeling guilty, I apologized, "Mom, don't be mad. I'm sorry for overreacting." She snapped, "It's my fault, not yours." She left with Dad for the hospital. That night, I reflected, do I need to marry to make them happy? While Mom was hospitalized, I visited, but she ignored me. One day, outside the hospital, I ran into Ethan and Noah. Ethan avoided my gaze, but I said, no need to dodge me. He smiled awkwardly, just visiting Aunt Clara. Noah sighed, you and Mom still fighting? I nodded, she's mad. I'll marry if that's what it takes, but who's out there? Ethan joked, I'm right here. Why not date me? We might make a great team. I eyed him, he's tall, handsome. Our kid would be cute. Maybe I'll get a child out of this. Ethan caught my stare, what's with the look? Am I that charming? I smirked, you're decent. Our kid would be good looking. Noah laughed, now I know why you're single. Ethan grinned, I like straightforward women like Lily. Later, Ethan and I went for coffee. We clicked, sharing similar struggles with parental pressure to marry. I blurted, Ethan, let's get married. He blinked, for real? Dead serious. Neither of us wants marriage, so let's do it to appease our families. We'll divorce later. He hesitated, that's huge. Let's think it over. I suggested, we marry, you go to the US, I stay here. A year later, you reveal you have someone else, and we divorce. Win-win. Ethan agreed, and we planned to tell our families we were dating, marry, and divorce after a year. I wanted a child for my future, and Ethan was okay with it. We set ground rules, no shared bed unless I agreed, no meddling in each other's lives, and no checking phones. We'd be husband and wife on paper only. The next day, Noah told Mom about us. She sat up in her hospital bed, is this true, or are you cheering me up? Noah swore it was real. When Ethan and I visited, Mom's eyes widened, you're together? I winked, if it's true, do you approve? She recovered overnight, eager to leave the hospital and plan our wedding. Noah teased, you were sick yesterday. She snapped, that was then. Now Lily has a boyfriend, I need to prepare. A month later, Ethan met my parents, who adored him. His parents liked me, too, despite my age. Both families pushed for a quick wedding. Ironically, they were thrilled to become in-laws, unaware we were deceiving them. I wanted a child, Ethan wanted to hide his US plans. 2 months after dating, we married, ending our single lives. Both families were well off, so they bought us a beautiful downtown house. To outsiders, we were a perfect couple, talented, attractive, and well-matched. To avoid suspicion, we agreed Ethan would stay 3 months before leaving for the US. Living together brought unexpected challenges. We slept in separate rooms but had to cook since neither liked takeout. Who'd cook, clean, or shop? We negotiated, I'd do laundry and cleaning, Ethan would shop, cook, and wash dishes. One Sunday, I forgot it was a day off and woke Ethan at 6 a.m. to shop. Grumbling, he went, only to be teased by a friend's wife at the market, where's your wife? Why are you shopping? He mumbled, she's unwell. He bought groceries and pho, returning proudly, look, I got everything. I laughed, not bad, husband. Then I teased, oops, it's Sunday. My bad for waking you. He groaned, you're unbelievable. We bickered like kids, fighting over parsley at breakfast. At lunch, Ethan cooked while I cleaned. He teased, hand-washed my white shirt. I lied, nope, machine washed. He panicked, that's my fancy shirt. I laughed, kidding. It's hand-washed, spotless. While cooking, he burned the ribs and fish. I grabbed a broom, chasing him around, yelling, this is your delicious meal? He ran, pleading, I got distracted. Mid-chase, my in-laws and Ethan's sister, Mia, arrived, staring at us. I grabbed my mother-in-law, Jane, and showed her the burnt food. Look at his cooking. Jane, frugal, scolded Ethan. What a waste. Mia picked up Ethan's phone. Someone named Sarah's calling. Jane's face darkened. Ethan grabbed the phone, muted it, and left. I innocently asked, why didn't you answer? Jane later asked, does Sarah call often? I shrugged, daily, I think. She urged, tell him to stop talking to her. Don't you get jealous? I smiled, no need. It's fine. Jane worried, I won't let anyone ruin your marriage. That night, Ethan got drunk. I helped him inside, undressed him, and gave him water. In his stupor, he mumbled, I love you, and kissed me. The sweet kiss melted my defenses. For the first time, I felt desire. We kissed passionately until he whispered, I love you, Sarah. My heart sank. I shoved him off, punched his eyes, and doused him with cold water, yelling, I'm Lily, not Sarah. Furious, I realized Sarah was his US love. They must love each other deeply, but why not marry? The next morning, Ethan woke with black eyes, horrified. I smirked, that's what you get for mistaking me. He groaned, you're ruthless. No wonder you're single. I snapped, you're the jerk here. We stopped speaking, doing our own tasks. Jane called daily, checking on Sarah, curious about her hold over Ethan. A week later, we made peace. One evening, a young woman in a white dress appeared at our gate, asking for Ethan. I'm Sarah, she said. You're his fake wife, right? Her words stung, but I stayed calm, I'm his legal wife. He's not home. Call him. She wanted to wait inside, but I refused, go to his office or elsewhere. This is my house. She fumed, it's Ethan's house, too. I stood firm, we're not divorced. You're interfering. She scoffed, you're not real spouses. You'll divorce soon. I snapped, take him elsewhere. I don't want you here. She tried flattery, but I shut the gate, calling Jane, Sarah's here, waiting outside. Jane rushed over, furious. Ethan arrived first, shocked to see Sarah. They embraced, but Jane stormed in, slapping Ethan. How dare you see her? Sarah hid behind him. Jane dragged Ethan inside, ordering Sarah to stay. I watched, amused, as Jane declared Sarah unworthy of Ethan, insisting I was the perfect daughter-in-law. That night, Sarah stayed over, under Jane's watchful eye. Ethan slept in my room, on the floor. I teased, thanks to your mom, I'm sharing a room with my husband. He sighed, why'd you tell her about Sarah? I shrugged, she asked daily. I was curious. Why doesn't she approve of Sarah? He hesitated, it's complicated. Later, I caught him sneaking to Sarah's room. I let him go, saying, we're just a deal. Go to her. Jane caught him, dragged him back, and bribed me $100 to guard him. I kicked him off my bed, joking, no sneaking for you. Late at night, Sarah knocked, demanding Ethan. I blocked her, he's asleep. Go back. She pushed, I don't trust you with him. We argued, and she tried to hit me. I dodged, slapped her, and Jane joined in, cheering, beat her. I playfully demanded another $100, and Jane agreed. Sarah fought back, but Jane chased her out with a broom, dumping trash on her head, cursing, stay away from my son. The next morning, Ethan woke, frantic, where's Sarah? Jane said, I kicked her out for insulting Lily. He called Sarah, but she ignored him, furious. He yelled at Jane, she was my guest. Jane snapped, guest? She's trouble. I asked Jane why she hated Sarah. She revealed Sarah cheated on Ethan with his uncle, caught in the act. She's untrustworthy, Jane said. I suggested letting it go, but Jane insisted, "She's trying to steal your husband." Ethan searched for Sarah, finding her at a friend's. She slapped him, "You let them beat me." He apologized, promising anything. She demanded $5,000 and an immediate divorce. He agreed, reluctant. Back home, Ethan announced, "I'm divorcing Lily for Sarah." Jane exploded, "You're insane." He confessed, "Our marriage was a deal to please you. No love." Jane cried, "You lied to us?" I apologized, "We're sorry. We'll divorce now to avoid complications." Jane, heartbroken, asked for a week to process. We agreed. A week later, as we prepared divorce papers, Ethan caught Sarah with another man, confirming her infidelity. Devastated, he drank alone. Jane bribed me $250 to join him. We got drunk, and in a haze, slept together. Waking up, I panicked, but Ethan said, "I'm not divorcing. I want to pursue you for real." I hesitated, "We have no love." He smiled, "Give it time. We'll spark." Moved, I agreed to try. We didn't divorce. We grew closer, falling in love. Jane supported us. When I got pregnant, she was overjoyed, pampering me. Ethan became devoted, and our marriage, once a sham, became real. Sarah, meanwhile, was caught cheating again and beaten by her lover's wife. She tried crawling back to Ethan, but he ignored her. At 6 months pregnant, I caught Ethan dining with Sarah. My friend confronted them, and a fight broke out. Furious, I decided to divorce. "You don't deserve me," I told him. Despite his pleas, I left, determined to raise our child alone. My son, born from this broken marriage, was my greatest gift. Mom stopped nagging and helped us buy a house. Though the marriage ended quickly, I was content with my son, ready to be both mother and father. Dear listeners, that concludes today's story. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tales. Goodbye and see you next time.